we are going to work on practice sheet number 7. So we're going to start with number 1, and it says rotate the figure 270 degrees. So the first thing you need to do is write your rules. Write your rotation rules to the side, okay? You should know this very well by now. This is xy. Remember, 180 is negative x, negative y. 90, remember, we do yx, and 270 yx, and x, then y. Okay? So 270 means our rule is negative y comma x. That's our rule. So we're going to do one of these together, then you'll do the second one. So A, we're trying to find A prime. So A is 2 comma 2. So remember, we switch these yx, and in this case they're the same. That's okay. Okay, and we put negative in front of the first one. Okay, so negative 2, 2. Okay, your job now is to do C. So list that point and do the same thing. Okay, so number 2, dilations, these are new. Determine the coordinates of P and Q prime. So all we have to do, guys, all this means a number in front of a variable is multiplied. Okay, so we're going to multiply. Remember, dilation is going to be a change in size. So we do not have a rigid motion, because a rigid motion means it's congruent. We're going to make a similar figure not congruent, okay? And 2 means that it's going to be bigger. So we're going to find our points. So P is 2 comma 3. Then you're going to multiply each one of those by 2. 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 2, 6. And that's my new point. Okay? 4 comma 6. So you are going to do that with Q. So list your point for Q. Okay, and I'll give you a hint. The x should be negative. It will stay negative. Okay? Okay, we're going to do another rounding one. We do need to be practicing this. This is my rounding to the tenths. Okay? So tenths, here's the decimal. This is tenths. Okay? Look 1 to the right. Okay? So this is 5 or more. That means we add 1 more. Okay, so that becomes a 5, 7, 3. You do not put zeros after it. Okay? You stop at the tenths. Okay? Number 4. I don't have a place to put my arrows above it, so I'm going to do below. Okay? Add and subtract, we do arrows. That's a decimal. Left. Plus is right, plus a negative is left. So this is same, sum, add to the left, so it's going to be a negative. Okay? And make sure you line your decimals up. Okay. Number 5. Number 5. Find the area and round to the hundredths. So I'm not going to do this one for you, but I will say use formula chart and also use the calculator. Okay, you're going to round to the hundredths place. Okay, and this over here is 42, and that's the radius. Okay, so I want you to put the formula, plug the numbers in, and find the solution. Okay. Now we're going to do number 6, and we are going to do that one together. So make sure you have your formula chart out. Everybody make sure you have your formula chart out. So hopefully you noticed that we had a pyramid, which is 1/3 big BH. Anything that comes to a point will be 1/3. Okay? Comes in pyramid. So 1/3 big BH. Remember, big B means area of the base. Okay, so put 1/3, and the base is a triangle. So this is a triangular pyramid. I should just put triangle. Triangle. Spell today. Triangle, and then put H. Okay. That's this H here. Okay. So 1/3. I look at my formula chart. And my formula chart says, I don't know where I put it here. There we go. Says for area of a triangle, right there, half BH H. Now, some of you enjoy doing this by hand, that's fine. These numbers will work pretty, I will tell you. 1/3, 1/2, base times height, that's going to be this number and this number because that's where the right angle is, right there for the triangle. It has to come from the triangle. So 6 and 8. I don't need this 10, okay? I would need that for surface area. And then I have H, which is the altitude, the height of the pyramid. We also call that the altitude. Okay. Now, if you want to punch this into the calculator, you would do control divide 1 down 3 over to the right times control divide 1 down 2 over to the right times 6 times 8 times 12. Okay? If you like to do it by hand, you could say, okay, half of 6, 3 times 8. I like to do 1/3 of 12 because that's 12 divided by 3, which is 4 times 3 times 8. Okay? So finish that up. You can use a calculator. You don't have to use a calculator. Your choice. Okay? Okay, number 7 is find the circumference. Again, use formula chart. And remember that this is the diameter. So use the formula with diameter. Okay? Okay. Number 8 says translate x plus 4, y plus 2. What is the coordinate of A prime? So that means we're going to move this way and then this way. Just this point is the only one I'm concerned about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. Now your job is to count from right here. Okay, that will give you your x value. This will give you your y value. Okay, hopefully you can tell backwards and down will both be negatives. Okay, so I will leave that to you to finish.